What's up, guys? Today we are going to open box a brand new Lenovo Xiaoxin Pro 13. We are Durian Productions, and we know this laptop has been selling very well in mainland China for approximately 3-4 months time. It was very hard to get this laptop, but at this moment, New Year 2020, it's much easier to get one. It houses AMD R5 standard voltage CPU, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of solid-state drive, and 2K display with 72% NTSC color gamut coverage. It also houses a 56 Wh large battery. After you open the box, here comes a USB Type-C charger, but it's not the typical lightweight one. It's sometimes suggested for Lenovo to give a pure lightweight Type-C adapter, which will make the travel weight a lot lower. On the A side, it's full silver color with a Lenovo logo at the right down side. It feels not so sturdy on hand, although it's a full metallic body. Turn to the D side. There are 3 plastic stands, one long, 2 short. The back panel feels slightly a bit plasticky, while the wide window for the cool air should be enough to let cool air to go in. On the left side, there are 2 USB Type-C ports, one for charging. Another side, there is one Type-A port, a power button, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. We try to open the lid. The screen feels very gorgeous. It's full black, 3:2 aspect ratio. Just remove the information paper, and here comes the keyboard. The keyboard is pretty okay for a $1,000 laptop, but it's definitely not comparable to those from Yoga series or ThinkPad series. It's very similar to those Dell XPS keyboards. For the touchpad, it's too plasticky and feels very cheap. There is a webcam at the top side. It seems very small. One complaint about this webcam is that Lenovo do not provide sync shutter for this webcam. Let us turn the power on. The power button is on the right side, not easy to find if you're new to this laptop. The startup is very swift, with a colorful Chinese traditional wallpaper. Web browsing feels a lot faster than the low voltage 3500U laptops such as MacBook 13. It's even faster than the 10th generation Intel Core models, probably due to that it has more power. Let us open a YouTube video to see the screen quality.
Dad, save me. I am dying in a pile of homework.
The full-laminated 2K display is definitely a bonus for it. The sound quality is pretty good for this price range. It got decent amount of bass and decent amount of clarity. One downside for the screen is that there are quite some flaring if you're using it outdoors. Overall, everyday use for web browsing, watching videos, and even photo editing, we assume that the screen and the soundbar is pretty decent. We open IDA 64 to check the specifications of this laptop. It houses an AMD standard voltage 3550H CPU. It has 4 cores with 8 threads. Compared to the low voltage version, it's much easier to go for higher clocks and for gaming. It comes with a 15.6 watt-hour battery, which is very large in this category, and the actual battery size is about 60 watt-hours, slightly larger than the standard capacity. Our copy has 60 gigabytes of RAM, dual-channel DDR4 memory. The display is from one of the top 3 manufacturers in the world, AUO. The solid-state drive is from Samsung, the best one in the world. The Wi-Fi adapter, Bluetooth adapter, is from Qualcomm. The SSD benchmark under 10 gigabytes shows a very good score, more than 3,000. The central processing unit is showing a 500 plus CB number. It should be noted that if you plug it in, the CPU benchmark can easily goes up to 700 something CP, which shows that the battery mode still gets some limitations. As for Blackmagic raw speed test, the CPU can give you adequate power to edit 2060p, while if you use GPU, then it can give you 3, 4, 5, 6p. Let us run some stability test on top. Under idle condition, when you are not really running anything, the CPU frequency is something from 1.3 to 1.4 GHz. The temperature is low at 40 Celsius degree, with a very low discharging rate around 8 or 9 something watts. Let's assume that it has 60 watt-hour battery, then if the laptop is new, you can expect at least 6 to 7 hours of use. Now, let us put some stress on the system and start the stability test. The CPU frequency is now clocked to 3 something gigahertz, and soon drop to 2.8 to 2.9 gigahertz. It has a temperature wall up to 70 Celsius degree, with the battery discharge rate around 30 watts. It is very interesting or very strange to see that the temperature is limited to 70 Celsius degree. We assume that this is because that the battery can only give up to 730 watt something power. Okay, now after 10 minutes of stability test, the temperature is very stable, around 70 Celsius degree, with central processing unit around 3 gigahertz and the discharge rate around 32 watts. As a result, you got a very good thermal on this laptop and high stability. We also try to stretch the GPU altogether. However, it is a bit problematic as once you start the test, the screen turns extremely bright, and after a while, you can see a black screen. It should be the reset of the graphic card, which shows that either 64 is not really compatible with it. Finally, let us give some comments and advices. Lenovo makes a very, very good laptop for everybody in China, only made in China. It's very light, it looks good, it has a gorgeous screen. It's significantly better than any other models from any other brands around $1,000. It has very good thermal. The performance is very good. It's suitable for light video editing or Photoshop. Additionally, under such lightweight, it houses 2 Type-C ports with a Type-A port. This is better than many laptops with only single Type-C port. There are still some drawbacks. The craftsmanship for this laptop is pretty low. Everything feels a bit plasticky. The keyboard is not really the level of Lenovo. You shouldn't compare this laptop with Lenovo Yoga series, Dell XPS series, or HP Spectrum series. Additionally, the solid-state drive has two brands. One is from Samsung and another is from Vision. It's not really a big matter for most users, but somebody will still be thinking that they would prefer a Samsung since Samsung is still the best manufacturer in the world. As a conclusion, if you stay in mainland China and your budget is around $1,000, then you can find that this one is definitely a good buy, the Lenovo Xiaoxin Pro 13. If you need something better, feels better, perform better than this laptop, then it's a lot pricier. But under the same price range, then this is exactly the best.